One of the 5 love languages is words of affirmation, and it's a weird one for me, because I don't consider it to be a way that I give love, but I'm really good at it. Apparently, I'm really good at saying nice things about people. I've written numerous letters of recommendation that the people receiving them told me it made them cry. One time I had my mom proofread a letter of rec that I wrote for a friend, and she said that it made her cry and she'd never even met the guy I wrote it for. Saying nice things about people and giving good compliments isn't just a nice thing to do, it's a skill you can learn, because you have to be able to give the compliments without seeming ingenuine. On the one hand, if a compliment is too generic, it can seem careless or thoughtless. On the other hand, if it's overly flowery, it can seem insincere. There's a fine balance to walk between these two extremes to really make a good compliment. I think that a good compliment is 3 things: specific, personal, and demonstrable. Let me explain with an example. The other day, a somewhat tangential friend of mine named Ethan was feeling out of sorts and wanted reassurance that he was still an okay human. I've definitely been there before, so I was happy to oblige. Now, Ethan and I haven't really interacted a whole lot, but we have interacted in 2 key ways. The first way we interact is that I listen to a podcast he co-hosts. Link in the description. It's a movie review podcast, and I've listened to 3 episodes. The other significant interaction we've had is when he asked, somewhat jokingly, in an online forum, which baseball team he should root for. I told him he should root for my team, the St. Louis Cardinals. And a couple of days later, he messaged in that same online forum about the tough Cardinals loss, but a great hit by a new player. So when he needed compliments to feel a bit better about himself, I was able to look at those 2 interactions for inspiration. The first thing I said was, Ethan offers thoughts and perspectives I may not have thought of otherwise. That may not sound like a traditional compliment, but it met the 3 criteria I laid out earlier. The compliment was specific because it directly addressed something he does: offer opinions on his podcast. It was personal because I talk about how it impacted me. I wouldn't have thought about this otherwise. And it's demonstrable because if he asked me why I thought that, I could point to 1 or 2 things he said on the podcast that I wouldn't have thought of myself. The second compliment I gave was, Ethan embraces new ideas with enthusiasm. His vigor for life is inspiring. It's specific because he wholeheartedly latched onto my team. It's personal because his enthusiasm for the game has inspired me to become a better fan. And it's demonstrable because of the story. But the thing about these compliments that makes them so effective is that they actually come from a place of caring. Effectively speaking someone's love language means paying attention to the things they care about. So how about you? Are you able to speak the love languages of your friends and romantic partners? Let me know in comments what your love languages are. If you haven't heard of the love languages before, I recommend you check out the link in the description below. It's a great way to strengthen all of your relationships, not just with romantic partners, but also with friends. If you liked this video, I hope you consider subscribing. I post videos every Wednesday. You can check out my video from last week by clicking right here, or a playlist of all of my videos by clicking right here. You can also find me on all of my social media, links below, and I'll see you next week. Bye!